last week, the message was Prabh vin dooja ko nahi nanak har saranaye assu sukhi vasandiyan jinna maya hararay. There is no other than the one creative energy. And we all need to accept that and surrender to His will. And if we do that, then His grace would be showered on those who follow on the path. But that's not what the humans are doing. They listen and they understand as well, but they don't follow. They do not actually put it into practice. So what are they actually practicing then? What are they doing? And the next hymn answers that question. The traditional name of the month is katik. In Punjabi it's called katte. But when you pay attention to the spellings in the scripture, it's neither katik nor katte. It is katke. Now, if these spellings have been changed, that means there is a message here. These things are not turned around just for the hell of it. So what are you doing? Katke karam kamaavnay. Now it so happened that last Tuesday we were talking on the theory of karma. And today, same topic again. Karma kamaavnay. How? Katke. What is katke? If you go read the literature books, you will find that it has been assigned to the name of the first son of Shiva, whose name was Kartikeya, and he was born in the 8th month of the lunar calendar. Hence, they will tell you that it is in honor of first son of Shiva. That's not how the mystic is looking at. Mystic's approach is totally different. Because in the first hymn, we were told, Asu sukhi vasandiyan jinna maya hararay. Those who have earned His grace, they actually live a blessed life here on the planet. But the human don't make themselves worthy of His grace. What are they doing instead? Katke karam kamaavnay. Katna literally means you take a cotton and spin it and make a thread, and then you take those threads and make a cloth, crisscrossing the threads horizontally and vertically. That is katke. By creating a mishmash of your own views, your own thought processes, your own belief systems, you weave such a mess out of it And whatever that mess is telling you, you keep on doing it. Katik karam kamaavnay. By creating a net for yourself. If you look at the spider, that's exactly what the spider does. It keeps on creating a net by throwing a thread out of its own mouth. As it dries up, it starts weaving it. It's so busy in weaving that carved web, it forgets how I'm going to get out of it. It creates itself. Totally oblivious of the fact that if I start living in this web, where is the out? Once I get caught, that is it, that's the end of my life. But it's so absorbed in the process of knitting it, it ignores everything, which is what we do. We follow certain belief systems so fanatically that we completely ignore the long-term consequence. So then what do? When we say, I wish I had known that then, isn't it? But the reality is you did know then. You just ignored it. You just said it's not going to happen to me. I am a unique gift to the humanity. When I decide something, it's going to get done. We have preconceived ideas of our actions, of our karma. And we keep executing. Even when somebody tells you, that's not right. Which is what is the conflict between the children and the parents. Parents keep on raising the red flag and say, you are developing this habit, this is going to hurt you. Instead of paying attention to that, the child will get angry, will get sore, will get noisy, will withdraw, will go into depression, but it's not going to listen. Katik karam kamaavnay. All of the actions that you are taking are the result of your own mishmash of views. And you pick and choose the views as it suits you. And today you can make this choice, and the very next moment you will make another choice, and if somebody says, now why are you changing? The answer will be, because I like it. Katik karam kamaavnay. Then, if you are making these choices, then who's going to be responsible for the outcome? You. But that's not what you do. You look for the fall guy. Who can I blame now? We go into this mode. This finger says you are, this finger says no, you are. Forgetting. Katik karam kamaavnay, dos na kaahoo jog. Dos means the blame. Nobody else can be blamed. No matter what the result is. The choice was made by you. And the choice was dependent on your confusion, your network, your tana bana. You are knitting these links one with the other. If so facto this, if so facto there, so I must be right. Completely forgetting that there is absolutely nothing in this world which is absolutely right or absolutely wrong. Nothing. That's why it is constantly reminded, claim not perfection, because perfection is divine. But we constantly claim the perfection. That is the whole conflict in life. I am right, you are wrong. And we will continue hustling each other, trying to prove I am right, you are wrong. Never ever stopping to think, can we both not be right? Can we both not be wrong? Why we have taken a single-sided position on the entire life drama? And if that is the case, then you are responsible for every consequence. And we constantly ask this question. I understand that afterwards on Tuesday night there was even more discussion than it was while I was there. And what's the discussion? If the choice is one, why the outcomes are many? And we constantly struggle with it. We fight with it. But the question is, if the results are many, aren't they already known? It's not something was just created at the spur of the moment only to bother you. You already know that. But we don't acknowledge it. On the other hand, we keep on saying, I really didn't know that. I would have made a different choice. I didn't know that. And the reality is you didn't know that. If not, somebody pointed out to you. And you ignored it. Because it's much easier to do this than to do this. katik karam kamaavnay. Dosh na kaahoo jog. The next line is worth the gold. Parmaysar te bhuli-aaN vi-aapan sabhay. The root cause of every single disease in your mind or in your body is because you are away from Him. You have forgotten Him. Parmaysar, the Creator, bhuli-aaN, to forget. Vi-aapan, they will all come down on you. Sabhay, all of them. Rog, diseases. So if there is a discomfort either in the mind or in the body or both, the only thing you need to ask is, where did I divert away from Him and why? And then how do I get back? Now this is not saying that if the child has certainly gotten the chicken pox or measles and you say, well, no, let God take care of it. No, if there is a medical, physical problem and there is a treatment for it, go do it. But when you do that treatment, leave the outcome to Him. Because every doctor can tell you that they were standing right on top of the patient and doing everything physically possible in their power, and the patient still went away. They couldn't save him. Because there are forces that are much higher than the mortal being that are in play. Actually, there was a Hollywood movie. This lady doctor is a surgeon. and the patient dies while on the surgery table, and she is completely devastated. I am a doctor. I'm supposed to save the patient. The patient just don't die on my table. Very good message in that movie. That eventually an angel comes down to show her what the higher forces are. The results can be different. People do get better and go home, and people do stay right in the hospital and never come back home. Both possibilities are there. There's a third possibility: you might come home but may not be fully well. Or you may have done more damage by surgery rather curing. You can go talk to those actresses who are doing their cosmetic surgeries. See what's happening to them. How beautiful are they and how they have disfigured their bodies. Different outcome for the same action. It is his design. Your fight with that law is a losing battle. So remember, parmaysar te bhuli-aaN vi-aapan sabhay rog. By forgetting him, you are inviting the diseases into your mind and body system. If you keep him in your memory, the result may not change, but you will feel far better. vaimukh hova-ee raam te lagan janam vijog. Look at the declaration. The declaration is that if you go away from him, then this is not the action of a single lifetime. Janam vijog. Life after life after life, the separation will continue till you turn back and change your direction. Because it is this separation that brings you back on the earth. If you do not want to do this, then change. What should I change? Last week, we were told, Prabh vin dooja ko nahi, nanak har saran aaye. Go surrender to him. Seek his support. Seek out his grace. If you don't, then khin mein kaure hoye gaye jit-rhay maa-i-aa. Within a moment, so notice, if you are walking out of the door and your one foot is outside and one foot is inside, and the message comes, you would not be allowed to take the second step and say, oh well, at least let me put the foot together. You will be required to move from this dimension just way out in whatever situation you are. And at that time, at that moment, all that you have worked for, all that you have collected, gathered, would not come handy. No relatives, no friends, no money, no power, no priest, no religion, nothing will help. Why not? Because you were making the choices. Katik karam kamaavnay. You were the one who were doing it. And now the time has come. It's not going to work. The tragedy of human mind is they are excavating the old graves and finding tons and tons of gold and jewelry and stones as if they are taking it with them. It's done today. People write this in a will. Make sure you put this thing in my casket. How naive we are going to get. You cannot take even these hands and these skins that you brought with you. They are going to stay here. The body, the limbs, they are all going to stay here. So, khin mein, within a moment, ka-urhay, bitter. Hova-ee, they all turned bitter. What? Jit-rhay, all of maa-i-aa, what you gathered. Bhog, that you enjoyed, that you lived. They all will be completely useless for you. And not only that, vich na koi kar sake, kichhoo roveh roj. You are not going to find any mediator now. You are not going to find any attorney. You are not going to find any witness. It is a false hope that when you go to the heaven, Jesus Christ will be waiting for you there. You mean that Jesus Christ is just sitting around for the last 2,000 years just waiting for you? You are that important to him? He has nothing else to do. He is long gone. He is part of the cosmos. He is not waiting for you. Nobody can wait for you. Between you and your Creator, there will be no witness. There will be no prosecutor. There will be no judge. There will be no defense attorney. There will be no executioner. You will be everything. Because all the nature going to do is, here is your record. Go ahead, repeat. That's it. You decide. And you will look at your choices and say, you mean I made these choices? Yes, they are all your choices. And now you are responsible. The time has come to pay the piper. Well, how do I pay for this? Well, take another body, take another human form, go back. And then similar situations will be presented to you as the time goes. That will be the time to make the right choice. If you continue with the pattern, which is katik karam kamaavnay, if you continue this pattern, which not koi kar sake, there are not going to be any mediator available. Kichhoo roveh roj. It doesn't matter how much you cry and how much you beg. It is not going to change an iota of a thing. Now, after hearing this, after listening to this, can we still say, I wish I had known it? We are being told. You need to change your belief systems. You need to change your decision-making process. You need to look at the quality of your decisions. Are they getting you closer to Him or further away from Him? Keetaa, kichhoo na hova-ee, likhi-aa, Dhur sanjog. Very powerful imagery. When you take a new body form, whatever choices you have made, you would not be able to run away from them. You may be able to postpone it, like modern students do all the time. Okay, I have done 2 years of the college, I am going to take a year off and then I'll come back and do the rest of the 2 years. Fine, you can push your degree back if you want to. But you are not escaping the responsibility. Keetaa, kichhoo na hova-ee. This cannot be avoided. It cannot be written off. Keetaa, kichhoo na hova-ee, likhi-aa, Dhur, sanjog means what? You wrote it down for yourself. Here is the list of things I am going to accomplish in this carnation. These are the relations I need to deal with. These are the debts I need to pay. These are rewards I need to collect. Because everything is not bad. There's some good also. You owe to someone, someone owes to you. And that drama will be played again. You would not be able to run away from that drama. vadbhaagee mayraa prabh mile, taa utre sab vijog. It is a sign of blessing for you that you are in the company of those who have been there, done that, and they are willing to hold your hand and walk you down the path. This is the biggest grace. Don't throw it out. vadbhaagee mayraa prabh mile. Then what has happened? Ta utre sab vijog. Vijog means the pain of separation. But do we feel the pain of separation? We don't. We feel the pain of separation from our dear ones, near ones, but not from Him. We don't have any sense of that separation. And unless we develop that longing and we go ask for it, ask for the help, it's not coming our way. vadbhaagee mayraa prabh mile, taa utre sab vijog. Nanak kau prabh raakh lehe, mere sahib bandi moj. And this is the only prayer you are required to do, which is Nanak kau prabh raakh lehe. Please help me. Show me the way. Guide me, how do I get closer and closer to you? Because you are the only one. Mere sahib bandi moj. Bandi moj. To free somebody from a prison. That's called bandi moj. I am imprisoned in this body form right now. And I want to be freed. Please help me. Please guide me. And if you surrender in that sense, then the katik hova-ee saaDhsang. The thought process, the memories, this katana tana bana, to create this net of thoughts. Turn these thoughts around. Change the net. Go inside. And if you do that, katik hova-ee saaDhsang, then you are becoming capable of, worthy of receiving that grace. And if you receive that grace, bin se sabhay soch, then all memories or thoughts will automatically drop. But if you keep on weaving the tapestry with your own images, no saving. You cannot escape it. So that was hymn number 9 on page 135. So we'll take a pause here, and if anybody has any comments or questions, the lines are still open. Okay, God willing, we'll meet again next week.